Tonight on Newswatch 18, the town of Boone was rocked by an intense situation and deadly police shooting yesterday. We'll take a look at the latest details.
Many homecoming activities are currently underway, but there are just as many planned for the rest of the week and weekend. We've got everything you can't miss.
And students are taking a stand on keeping one of the best parts of Ames tidy. We'll take a look at their efforts. All this and more starting right now on Newswatch 18. Good evening and welcome to the October 26th edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Jared Ransom.
And I'm Mary Buenaventura. A deadly shooting rocked the town of Boone yesterday morning.
The death was a result of an intense situation at the Hy-Vee in the town. 29-year-old Gerald Beals, an Army veteran from the Operation Iraqi Freedom and Afghanistan Wars, was shot and killed by police inside a grocery store in Boone Monday morning. Police were called to the Hy-Vee store at 10:50 a.m. Boone Police Chief Bill Scare said officers responded to the store after a report of a man with a knife. The officers told the man to drop the knife, but he refused. The man was unresponsive when tasered by police, and after he continued to approach them with the knife in hand, the officers had no choice but to shoot. Employees at the Hy-Vee meat department said Beals was not working. He came into the store with the knife. It all began when the man started slamming doors, cutting himself and rubbing the blood on the cases and tables in the meat department. The man made his way out of the store where he continued to knock things off and spreading the blood everywhere. Soon after, an officer intervened, taking Beals' life to save his and others. Employees say before the incident, Beals was a nice young man one day, but very different at times. Beals was taking medication for post-traumatic stress disorder.
Iowa State will be hosting its annual Haunted Tour tomorrow night. Students and community members are invited to explore locations around Iowa State from 7 to 10 p.m. free of charge. The tour meets at the Campanile and will take visitors through sites of fright that include the Campanile, Campus Cemetery, Memorial Union, Farmhouse Museum, and other locations around campus.
And since so many youngsters will be out, Iowa transportation officials want to remind drivers to be extra careful on the roads this weekend. The Iowa Department of Transportation said drivers need to scan streets and intersections for those little beggars in costumes celebrating Halloween. According to the study by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, over the last 20 years, 4 times the number of elementary school and middle school age children were killed by vehicles on Halloween than any other evening. Iowa officials said 9 pedestrians were injured or killed from October 28th to the 31st last year. Ames has already had 2 traffic deaths this semester, so please keep an eye out for kids this weekend. Trick-or-treating is scheduled in Ames from 5:30 to 7:30 on October the 29th.
Iowa State is brimming with pride and tradition, and some traditions have stuck around so long, plenty of myths have also involved. Katie Fuller and Chris Bukoviak took a closer look.
You and your significant other walk around Lake Laverne 3 times, you're as good as engaged. In the original layout of Carver Hall, there was a peanut in every brick in memory of George Washington Carver, who did research on peanuts. This is a statue of George Washington Carver in front of Carver Hall. He is holding a peanut because he did a lot of research on peanuts. You'll see an even bigger statue in front of the Seed Science Building. Put there so future generations wouldn't forget, the Zodiac, located at the north entrance of the Memorial Union, serves as a reminder to students from the designer W.T. Proudfoot. The superstition of this monument is the monument itself. The Zodiac brings bad luck to students who walk across the Zodiac. If you do walk across the Zodiac, you're going to have to go to the fountain south of McKay Hall and throw a penny over your shoulder so you can remove your curse. Another tradition at ISU started in 1916. ISU freshmen had to wear beanies of cardinal and gold. They had to wear the beanies until springtime each year. After burning them in a bonfire at Visha, they were officially sophomores. Luckily for us, this tradition ended in 1934. For ISU TV, I'm Katie Fuller with Chris Blakowiak.
Many students love enjoying what Campus Town has to offer on weekends, but what exactly are they doing to keep the place everyone wants to visit a nice-looking place? David Drong took a closer look.
It's a common sight to any ISU student that's wandered through Campus Town during the weekend to obtain an infamous Superdog. Beer bottles, cigarette butts, and Jimmy John's wrappers scattered about Welch Ave. While current students are used to seeing trash all over Campus Town, former GSB Vice President Chandra Peterson hopes to change this for future students with her proposal in the works to keep Campus Town clean.
To really make Campus Town beautiful and to really keep Campus Town clean, we need to do a lot of different things. We can't just wave our magic wand and make it better, but there needs to be some social change, there needs to be some landscaping change, there needs to be some infrastructure change.
Peterson's proposal calls for both students and businesses alike to work together to keep trash off the streets to make Campus Town a more inviting environment for everyone.
This needs to be a student-led movement in the sense where students need to change just as much as business owners need to change. Everybody needs to change in a sense. This is not just the business owners who can fix the problem. It's not just the students who can fix the problem. It's not just the city. It's not just the university. It's not just GSB. Everybody needs to work together to help solve the problem.
In order to cut down on overflowing trash cans, Peterson proposes the use of solar trash compactors, similar to those that have appeared on campus, but with a unique twist.
I saw a YouTube video of it. It was over in Europe at some park, and it was a solar sound. So when somebody threw their trash in the trash can, it went doo, like, so it made a noise when someone threw something in. And so it really is just kind of that fun way to get people to throw their stuff in the trash.
While the noise-making trash compactor is currently nothing more than an idea, it makes up one of the many ideas Peterson has to get students interested in cleaning up Campus Town.
Another element is just the social aspect of getting out flyers and posters and asking businesses to let us put something on the inside of their door that says "We support Keep Campus Town Clean" campaign.
By unifying business owners and students under a common campaign name, Peterson hopes to clean up Campus Town's image for future generations of ISU students.
What hopes would be to have them up before students come next summer. So, to have it, sign of the paperwork type of stuff go through during the winter and stuff, and have in the spring, summertime, actually get some stuff up.
For ISU TV, this is David Drong.
Now, the first thing I noticed when I got out this morning is that it's cold, it's rainy, and it's windy. Are these trends that we need to look forward to in the next week or so?
Unfortunately, it is, Jared. As the next couple days go through, we are going to see these windy conditions stay through. It's been a big change. The past couple weeks, we've been blessed with some gorgeous weather. We're going to see that change, or that not really continue. It's going to change for the most part for the next couple weeks. If we take a look at the day planner, you can see midnight tonight, 42 degrees. Those clouds are going to hang out here for the next couple days. 8 a.m. as you're walking to class, you'll notice those cool conditions, 37, those winds out of the west at 20 to 25 miles per hour. Those winds are going to continue pretty much throughout the entire day tomorrow, even into the next day. 3 p.m. as you're hopefully going home from class, 45 degrees and still staying partly cloudy. Stay tuned to Newswatch 18. I'll have your full forecast coming up after the break. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. We're going to start off talking about what caused all those high winds today. As you can see, we had a record-setting low. The current low, or the previous low pressure system, that was seen in the United States, set at 963 millibars. Today we smashed that record with a new low pressure system at 953 millibars. It's a 9 millibar drop overall. Numerous tornado reports. Today we had 15 tornado reports across the entire United States. And that's not just warnings, those are actual reports. So there are over 40 warnings associated with those extremely high winds due to that massive low pressure system sitting off in Minnesota. 55 degrees outside as you look outside, also cloudy, dew point at 36, relative humidity sitting at 48, and the winds are west-northwest at 26 miles per hour. As you take a broader look at low temperatures today, 48 in Des Moines, 43 over in Council Bluffs. Over to the east, temperatures got a little warmer, especially to the south, 46 in Ottumwa, even 50 over in Davenport. Zoom out a little further, look at high temperatures today, 61 in Des Moines, also 61 in Council Bluffs. Take a look at National Next Red. Here's that massive low pressure system, and this is actually the cold front associated with that low pressure system. It's really dragging those thunderstorms and showers basically across New England. You can see rain associated all along that cold front. Take a look at forecast winds. This has been the story here for basically the entire state of Iowa. It's high winds whipping out of the west. Forecast temperatures, see, getting a little lower tonight into about the low 40s, even high 30s overnight. And you'll notice that as you walk into class tomorrow. However, as those roll throughout the day, you'll see the temperatures creeping up into the mid 40s, even near 50. Tonight, 41. Windy, winds southwest 15 to 20 as we go into tomorrow. See 46 for our high. Still windy, winds 20 to 30 gusts, even higher into the mid 30s. And as we go along into your 5-day forecast, Wednesday 48, Thursday 51. You can see those nice temperatures bring us into the weekend with 60s for your Halloween weekend. Jared?
Rather is here, and many events and activities are already underway, such as murals and Welch Ave businesses. But there is much more in store for the rest of the week and weekend. Lunch will be served on campus for the remainder of the week. You can see the menu there. And on Friday, there will be a pep rally from 6 to 8 p.m. on Central Campus and a pancake feed from 10 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on Central Campus, which will cost you $2. Now, if you are still eating pancakes at midnight, you can also catch mass campaigning and fireworks, both on Central Campus. Festivities wrap up with the ISU-Kansas game on Saturday.
Coming up after the break, Aaron Bauer joins us to highlight a great weekend in Cyclone athletics.
Stay tuned. You're watching Newswatch 18.
Welcome back to Newswatch 18. The Cyclone soccer team got a well-needed victory this Sunday. Iowa State played excellent defense and defeated Baylor 1-0. Baylor did outshoot the Cyclones 13-11, but Iowa State never let one of those shots find the back of the net. The Cyclones will be back in action Friday evening as they host Missouri, and the match will also be senior night to recognize Jordan Bishop and Ashley Constanzo on their successful careers. Game time is scheduled for 6:30 Friday evening inside the ISU Soccer Complex. The Iowa State women's volleyball team looks to win 5 straight as they head to Manhattan, Kansas tomorrow night. The Cyclones are coming off a sweep of Kansas last Saturday, and the number 12 Cyclones will be led in the match Wednesday evening by Ashley Mass, who recorded 36 digs in the last 2 matches. Mass earned Big 12 defensive honors for her performance last week. First serve between the Cyclones and Wildcats is scheduled for 7 o'clock in Manhattan. And the Iowa State football team picked up a historic win Saturday afternoon down in Austin. The Cyclones defeated the number 22 Texas Longhorns 28-21. This marked the first time Iowa State has ever beat Texas in football, and also the first road win over a ranked team for the Cyclones since 1990. Arnaud led a balanced offensive attack, passing for 136 yards, and the Cyclones racked up 199 rushing yards against the Longhorns. Iowa State returns home this weekend for homecoming and hosts the Kansas Jayhawks. Kickoff is scheduled for 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon inside Jack Trice. Finally, after a crazy weekend all around college football, the newest BCS poll has been released, and every Cyclone's favorite man, Gene Chizik, has his Auburn Tigers at number 1. Auburn leapfrogged Oregon to capture the top spot, putting Oregon at number 2, Boise State at 3, TCU at 4, and Michigan State at number 5.